Welcome back to the channel, MS Old Coins. It is absolutely fantastic to have you here with me today. Before we dive into our main topic, I just wanted to say a quick thank you for all the incredible support on the last video. Your comments and insights are what make this community so special. First up, let's talk about a true heavyweight of American coinage. I'm talking about a coin that doesn't just have value in its metal content, but in its historical significance and its striking design. We are looking at a magnificent 1972 US Eisenhower dollar. Just hold that thought for a second. Imagine holding a piece of art and history in the palm of your hand. It's heavy, it's bold, and as we are about to find out, it can be incredibly valuable. This coin was born from a very specific moment in American history. It was first minted in 1971, and the reason for its creation was twofold. Primarily, it was a tribute to one of the greatest American heroes, President Dwight D. Eisenhower, who had passed away in 1969. Honoring a five-star general and a beloved president on a major coin was a fitting national tribute. But there was a second, equally powerful reason behind its minting. The other great inspiration for the Eisenhower dollar was the monumental achievement of the Apollo 11 moon landing in 1969. The United States had done the impossible and put a man on the moon. The designers wanted to capture that spirit of exploration and triumph. So, they created a coin that would forever link the legacy of President Eisenhower, who himself supported the space program, with that incredible feat of human ingenuity. The result is a coin with two incredibly iconic designs. The obverse, or the head side, features a wonderful portrait of President Eisenhower, facing left. It was designed by the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint, Frank Gasparo. He captured Ike's strong, determined, yet approachable features perfectly. It's a dignified portrait that gives the coin a real sense of presidential gravitas. Now flip that coin over to the reverse, or the tails side, and this is where the magic really happens. You are greeted by an adaptation of the official Apollo 11 mission insignia. It shows a bald eagle, our national symbol, landing on the lunar surface. But it's not just any eagle, it's gripping an olive branch in its talons, a symbol of America's peaceful mission. And in the background you can see the Earth, floating serenely in the vastness of space. It is, without a doubt, one of the most beautiful and historically charged designs in all of US coinage. So now we get to the question that is probably on everyone's mind. Why is this coin so valuable? Is it really worth a lot of money? The answer is a resounding yes, but with a crucial catch. Not every 1972 Eisenhower dollar is going to make you a millionaire, but some specific versions of this coin are absolute treasures that collectors dream about. The value all comes down to the details, the mint marks, and the condition. The U.S. Mint produced the Eisenhower dollar at 3 different facilities in 1972, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. And the coins from each mint are very different. The coins from Philadelphia have no mint mark at all. The ones from Denver have a small D above the date. But it's the coins from San Francisco, marked with a small S, that often hold the key to the highest values, especially the ones struck in a special 40% silver composition. You see, the Eisenhower dollar is unique because it was made in 2 different metal types. The regular coins you'd find in circulation from Philadelphia and Denver were made of a copper-nickel clad composition. They look silvery, but they don't contain any precious metal. However, the San Francisco Mint struck special collector versions, known as proof coins and uncirculated coins, that were made of 40% silver. These are the ones that start with a higher base value, just for their silver content alone. But the real blockbuster, the one that sends shivers down the spine of any serious coin collector, is a specific variety from the Philadelphia Mint. This is the legendary 1972 Type II Eisenhower dollar. This is the coin that commands the truly astronomical prices. And what makes it so special? It's all about a mistake. A beautiful, valuable mistake on the earth on the back of the coin. On the reverse design of the 1972 dollar, there were 3 different design variations used for the earth. On the first type, the Earth looks somewhat flat and Florida is faint. On the third type, the Earth is more rounded and detailed. But the Type 2, which was only used for a short time at the Philadelphia Mint, has a very distinct look. The Earth appears to be a cluster of 3 islands, and the image is far less distinct. This error makes it incredibly rare. Finding a 1972 Eisenhower dollar, especially a high-grade example of the Type 2, is like finding the holy grail for many collectors. It is a true numismatic rarity. The vast majority of these error coins were never released into circulation, but a few escaped, and they are the ones we dream about finding in old coin jars or family collections. It is the pinnacle of value for this series. So what is the maximum value? How much could you actually sell one for? Well, for a regular 1972 copper-nickel dollar in worn condition, it might only be worth its face value of $1, or maybe $2 or $3 to a collector who just needs to fill a hole in their album. But for the 40% silver proofs from San Francisco, you're looking at values from $10 to $50, depending on their condition. But for that 1972 Type 2 Eisenhower dollar from Philadelphia, the value skyrockets. If you are lucky enough to find one in uncirculated mint-state condition, you are holding a coin that could be worth thousands of dollars. We are talking about serious money. The maximum value for a pristine, top-graded example of this rare variety can sell for upwards of $10, $20, even $30,000 at a major auction. Yes, you heard that right. A single coin made for $1 can be worth more than a new car or even a down payment on a house. The record-breaking prices for these coins are a testament to their rarity and their historical importance. It's not just a coin, it's a piece of art, a piece of history, and a piece of a monumental American achievement, all wrapped up in one beautiful package. So my final message to you today is this: go and check your piggy banks. Look through that old coffee can your grandpa had in the garage. Search through the drawers where old coins get forgotten. You are looking for a large silver-colored dollar coin with Dwight Eisenhower on the front and an eagle on the moon on the back. Look at the back of the coin, look at the earth, and see if it looks like those 3 islands. This is the kind of treasure that is still out there, waiting to be found. It's not buried on a deserted island. It might be buried under some old receipts in your own home. The 1972 Eisenhower dollar is a reminder that value can be hiding in plain sight. It combines art, history, and the thrill of the hunt all into one incredible collectible. Don't just take my word for it. Do your own research, look at the images of the Type 2 coin online and become an expert. Knowledge is power, and in this case, knowledge could be the key to unlocking a small fortune. The maximum value we talked about is real, and it's achievable if you have the right coin in the right condition. Thank you so much for sticking with me through this deep dive into the 1972 Eisenhower dollar. I hope you found this information as fascinating as I do. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up and share it with a friend who loves history or treasure hunting. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our next adventure into the world of valuable coins. Until next time, keep your eyes open and keep searching. You never know what incredible piece of history you might be holding in your hand. Happy hunting, everyone. Second coin today, we are zeroing in on a specific piece of American history that might be sitting in a drawer or an old coin jar in your home right now. We are talking about the 1972 D Eisenhower dollar, a coin that often gets overlooked but holds a fascinating story and some serious potential for future value. If you are someone who loves the thrill of finding a hidden gem, or if you are just starting to look at the loose change in a whole new way, you are going to want to stick around for this entire video. The Eisenhower dollar itself was born from a place of deep national pride and remembrance. By the time 1972 rolled around, the United States Mint was in its second year of producing these large, impressive dollar coins. The reason for its creation was twofold and incredibly significant. First and foremost, it was a tribute to President Dwight D. Eisenhower, the five-star general and beloved 34th president who had passed away in 1969. Honoring him on a major coin was the nation's way of saying thank you for a lifetime of service. But the coin also celebrated one of humanity's greatest achievements, the Apollo 11 moon landing in 1969. The reverse design, created by chief engraver Frank Gasparro, features an eagle landing on the lunar surface, clutching an olive branch, with the Earth seen in the distance. This design was adapted from the mission's official insignia. So, when you hold a 1972 Eisenhower dollar, you are holding a piece of art that commemorates both a great American leader and a giant leap for mankind. Now, the coin we are focusing on today has a small but mighty detail on it, the D mint mark. If you look on the obverse, just above the date and below President Eisenhower's neck, you will see a tiny letter D. This tells you that this coin was not made in Philadelphia, but at the Denver Mint. In 1972, the Denver facility was incredibly busy, striking a massive mintage of over 92 million of these clad dollars for circulation. Because over 92 million of them were made, you might think this coin is as common as dirt. And in lower grades, coins that have been heavily used and show a lot of wear, you would be right. You can often find these well-worn 1972 D dollars for just a few dollars, sometimes even just their face value of $1. But here is where the story gets interesting, and this is what I want you to pay close attention to. The value of a 1972 D Eisenhower dollar is not in its silver content, because unlike the San Francisco issues from the same year, the Denver coins are made from a copper-nickel clad composition. There is no silver in them. Their value is almost entirely tied to one critical factor, condition, and this is where the potential for real treasure comes into play. Finding one in high, uncirculated condition is much harder than you might think. You see, these large, heavy coins were not treated gently by the mint or by the banks. They were often thrown into big bins with thousands of other coins, banging and clanking against each other. This means that even coins that were never spent, that sat in bank rolls, often have small nicks, marks, and scrapes. Finding one that has survived with its original mint luster and a virtually mark-free surface is a genuine challenge. This scarcity in high grades is what makes the 1972 D a dark horse in the Eisenhower Dollar series. Numismatic experts and grading services like PCGS have studied these coins extensively. They have estimated that out of those 92 million coins minted, only a tiny fraction have survived in what we call gem condition, which is grades of MS65 or higher. We are talking about perhaps only 18,400 coins out of 92 million that meet that high standard. So what does that mean for the value right now today? If you have a typical 1972 D dollar that you pull from a register, it might be worth $2 or $3. But if you have one that is in superb, uncirculated condition, the numbers start to climb. A coin graded MS65, which is a very nice uncirculated example, can be worth significantly more than its common counterpart. And as you move up the grading scale, the value multiplies. The maximum value you could get for a 1972 D Eisenhower dollar at this moment depends entirely on that condition. A coin graded MS66, which is even rarer and more pristine, is a highly desirable piece for a serious collector. In this grade, we are looking at values that can easily reach several $100s. And for the absolute finest examples known to exist, the condition census coins that have been graded MS67 or higher, the value skyrockets. While specific auction records for the highest grade 1972 D dollars can be private, the market data tells us that for any coin as conditionally rare as this, the price can be substantial. When we talk about the maximum value for the very best of the best, a 1972 D Eisenhower dollar in the highest state of preservation could sell for well over $1,000, and potentially several $1,000s to the right collector who needs it to complete a top-tier registry set. Now the question everyone wants to know, can it be valuable in the future? The answer is a resounding yes, and here is why. The market for modern coins has matured significantly. Collectors are no longer just looking for old coins from the 1800s. They are realizing that condition rarities in series like the Eisenhower Dollar are just as scarce and just as worthy of a place in a high-end collection. As more people discover this series, the demand for these high-grade Denver coins will only increase. Think about it. The mintage is fixed. There will never be another 1972 D Eisenhower Dollar made. The ones that exist are all there are. And as the years go by, coins in pristine condition become even harder to find, as some may get damaged or lost. This simple economic principle of supply and demand suggests that the value of these scarce high-grade coins has a very strong potential to appreciate over time. The low-grade coins might always be affordable, and that's great for new collectors. But the high-grade examples, the ones that have survived in near-perfect condition, are the ones that have the greatest potential to see their value climb higher and higher. They are a tangible piece of history that is also a store of value. It is a win-win for the collector who has the patience and the knowledge to seek them out. So here is your mission should you choose to accept it. Do not just look at the date on your Eisenhower dollars, look at the mint mark. And if you see that little D, your job is not done. Look even closer. Examine the condition. Does it have that brilliant, shiny luster? Does the surface look clean and free from distracting marks and bag scratches? If it does, you might just have something special. This is the kind of treasure hunting that is accessible to everyone. You don't need a metal detector and a map to a deserted island. You just need a sharp eye and the knowledge of what to look for. That 1972 D dollar in your collection could be the common, low-value coin, or it could be the hidden gem that a serious collector has been searching for. The Eisenhower Dollar series as a whole is finally getting the recognition it deserves from the numismatic community. As that recognition grows, the demand for the finest examples will continue to grow with it. This positions the 1972 D, particularly in those lofty, uncirculated grades, as a coin with a very bright future. It is a sleeping giant in the world of coin collecting. I hope this deep dive into the 1972 D Eisenhower Dollar has opened your eyes to the potential that exists in this series. It is a coin of historical importance, artistic beauty, and surprising scarcity. Whether you are a seasoned collector or just someone who appreciates history, this is a coin worth understanding and, if you are lucky, worth owning. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn about other valuable coins that might be hiding in plain sight, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Share this video with your friends and family. Maybe you can help them discover a treasure in their own home. As always, keep your eyes open and keep learning. The next big discovery could be right there in the palm of your hand. I'll see you in the next video.